G'day, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Micah Parsons is at it again. Roll the tape.
These 5 defenses have been outrageous. I'm not putting Dallas in this because I don't want no trolling. We're going to put Philly at 5. We're going to put Chiefs at 4. We're going to go Lions at 3. The Lions defense has been crazy. We'll go Vikings at 2. They've been really carrying the team. And then at number 1, we got to go Denver. Denver's been outrageous. They've been the best defense in the league right this year. No doubt about it. They're leading the league in sacks. They're just playing at such a high level, bro.
I guess they just give anyone a podcast these days. That's right. Anyone can have a podcast. Fan, media, NFL player, doesn't matter. Last year, when I was talking about Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt, that should had won it last season, dead set, got robbed. Micah Parsons also made comments about that too. And here's a video from my channel from 9 months ago. I've probably got a new haircut by now. Here it is. Here's the comments from 9 months ago as well from Micah Parsons. So there must be something behind this that he just does not like the Steelers, doesn't give them any credit. He puts the Chiefs. The Chiefs are definitely not a top 5 defense. If anything, you're gonna play and put someone in. I'd keep Denver in there. I'd keep Lions in there. They're playing really good football. But if you're gonna put anything, I'd put Steelers at 4, maybe 3. Swap a few things around. Steelers are averaging, I think, 18.7 games points per game. Minnesota's 18.3, Philadelphia 18.2, Denver 18.0. And also, where are the Chargers? Their Chargers should be up there. They're 15.7. The Chargers are like the number 1 overall defense in terms of points. So I think Micah Parsons, sorry guys, it's been a long day. Micah Parsons has something against the Steelers. Dead set. But here was my reaction to Micah Parsons last year in terms of the TJ Watt Defensive Player of the Year, where he got absolutely robbed.
Let's watch the video first, and then I'm going to talk about it after. But this guy is an absolute joke. Let's watch the video.
I'm not a sore loser. I thought it should went to Miles, if not me. I said that publicly. And it's just simple as that. Miles, you look at the Titans game alone, and no offense, but TJ played the Titans. Did you see 2 tight ends following TJ Watt? Did you see they're following him all across the line? People could say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, the film does not lie. His presence is way more dominant than TJ Watt, and that's just the reality of it.
So if you had to rank 5 guys in the NFL in terms of who gets to the quarterback the best, and what you guys do, how would you kind of rank them then, 1 through 5?
I think I'm probably the best pure speed pass rusher, but if you're going off defensive ends, run and everything, you can label that. But you're talking about pure pass rusher, I would say if you look at my win rate, I was the best one this year, so it would be me. And I would say Miles, and I would say Max, and I would say Nick Bosa, and then I would say
not TJ.
I mean, look at the stats. That's one thing. The stats don't lie. He was not top. I think he might have been 5th or 6th. Alex Highsmith, I think, had a better pass rush rate and a more double team rate than TJ Watt.
That was from my video last year, just after or just before it was the Defensive Player of the Year, talking about Myles Garrett and the pass rush win rate, all those things. It seems like Micah Parsons has something against us. Doesn't rate top 5 defense. I think the guy's been injured or he was injured this season. He's playing for the Cowboys. Cowboys are tanking. They're terrible. They have no quarterback. Dak's out. The Cowboys have another year. They're not going to the playoffs. But the Steelers, when you look at it, are a top 5 defense in terms of the points. Maybe not the yards, but the Burrow carved them up and put a lot of points on them. He's one of the best offenses out there. But in terms of the points, they're not allowing too many points. Only 18 points per game, and the best is 15. So if you were to, rank them like top 5, Denver's up there for sure. Vikings, Lions. But I'd probably change. I'd probably put where number 4 is. I'd put the Steelers, maybe 4 or 3. Because we have a good side. We have Nick Herbig. He has 4 fumbles. 4 of them. You have TJ Watt has 5. And this week too, Steelers versus the Browns is going to be insane. I want to see us crush them. Absolutely crush them, because we can't allow them to sweep us. And the Browns have not swept the Steelers, to my knowledge. I read a tweet the other day, since 1988. 1988. I was born in 1989. Hasn't happened in a very, very long time that we allow them to sweep. And also in a regular season game, I think since 2003, regular season, I understand the playoff game where the Browns beat us 48-35 and the botch snap, and we lost to the Browns in the playoffs a couple of years ago. They have that. That's fine. You can have that little victory. Your one victory in like 20 years in the playoffs, right? In the regular season, though, the Browns have not won in Pittsburgh since 2003. The Steelers have to go out there, and I do trust Mike Tomlin. I do trust the organization. I do trust the defense, and Russell Wilson's on fire right now. I'm so excited and so happy to be a Steelers fan from Hard Knocks. And I also appreciate all the comments I've been getting on this channel. Been a lot of views, a lot of comments. I've been so busy, I can't even keep up. And I'm dead set going to work in like a couple of hours' time when I wake up really early to go to work at 6 a.m. That's why I'm doing the video now. When you're watching it, I'm probably at work. So I'm doing a lot of things, moving around, a lot of comments, a lot of views, this, and this. And I'm so excited to be a Steelers fan because we do have a good defense. We do have a top 5 defense. And yes, if we can limit some of the big run plays or some of the big pass plays, but they're turning the ball over. The Steelers are turning the ball over with a plus ratio of 15. Dante Jackson has 5 interceptions. TJ Watt has forced fumbles 5. You have Nick Herbig having forced fumbles 4. This team can get to the quarterback. Maybe the sacks aren't there this year, but they're still turning the ball over with forced fumbles. So this stuff to me is madness, man. Like I said, they'll give anyone a podcast, top 5 defense. Where are the Pittsburgh Steelers? Do you guys think he's correct? I don't think so. I think he's wrong on so many levels because last week we absolutely took care of business. Cameron Hayward laid the absolute smackdown on the Bengals. And it's going to happen again. It's definitely going to happen again versus the Browns in 2 days' time. But the Steelers can't let up. It's not a trap game. It's still AFC North football. It's more of a revenge game than anything. But they can't allow the Browns to come in their house and dictate business and take care of business. The Steelers, and I do believe in this one too. I believe in them 100%. They are favorite. They're favorite by 6-7 points. They can't allow Jameis Winston. They're going to force him to make picks. You'll see probably JPJ have a bounce back game. Corey Trice, I think he's coming back into the lineup. Montravius Adam, he's a good run stopper. You have Alex Highsmith. He's coming back also into the lineup. So you might see Highsmith, Nick Herbig, TJ Watt, maybe all the same time on the same field. I don't know. You might see it. This defense is definitely top 5. So I don't know what this bloke here, Micah Parsons, is smoking. He tried calling out TJ Watt last year, saying he didn't deserve to win Defensive Player of the Year. It looks like now that TJ Watt is in the leading candidate to be Depoy of the Year. Yes, the sacks aren't there, but once he starts to get them rolling, he's got a lot of pressures. He'd be getting chipped, he's getting hold. TJ Watt is doing everything, and now he's the ride now to get him ready to go to the playoffs in this gauntlet 5 games, wherever it is. It's time now to really focus on TJ Watt getting to the quarterback, and they've got to now also. The offense has to look into, don't worry just about TJ Watt on the outside. Worry about Cam. Worry about Keanu Benton. Worry about the other guy, Herbig or Highsmith. This team is now fired up, dude. We're going to see some fun football. I'm going over there in 12 days' time. 12 days' time, I'll be in Pittsburgh to see Steelers versus Ravens at the North Shore, and I'll be there to see Steelers versus Chiefs Christmas Day. It's going to be fun. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about these blokes, Micah Parsons, top 5 defense. The Steelers are definitely up there, top 4 at least, and they're having turnovers. We have a great run game. We have Russell Wilson leading. If anything, man, this is the time to get really excited about our team. I know it's crazy. It's insane where no one predicted us to win. They all said we're going to come last.
Before we get out of here, I want to ask you one really good question. How does it, like, in a nutshell, how can you explain being a Pittsburgh Steeler? Like, how proud do you feel to be a Steeler and what you've done for the Steelers and like leaving your legacy and as being a legend? What do you feel being a Pittsburgh Steeler?
I'm super thankful, super blessed. For me, Mark, all I ever wanted to do was play football. That was my dream growing up as a kid, and being able to do so for Pittsburgh, for that type of organization that has so much good history, tied to it was one blessing, but then continuing to add to that legacy and be a part of that was another blessing. I mean, it's unbelievable because the Steelers is an organization that is well known, that is recognizable, regardless of where you are. You can be here in America, as you talked about being there in Australia. You can be overseas in Germany. You can be in Mexico. That's an organization where it's recognizable, and people, gravitate to that because that organization is a sign of greatness.